My name is Rachel Reed, and this is my attempt at a simple electric motor. My final attempt of many long hours and grueling modifications and solutions. So this is my first attempt. Let's talk about a few things that went incorrectly. So first we started with a 24 gauge wire, which ended up being far too thin. So I decided to switch to a 20 gauge wire. Which seemed to work a lot better because it was easier not only to bend and adapt, but also to get off of the insulation. We went through a different few types of coils here, so these are just a few. We first started with 10 wraps around a AA battery. However, I noticed that it almost seemed like it was too heavy in order to fully go around balanced. So I switched to only 5 times around and then cut off the insulation on either side that could sit nicely on our little stand here. I then messed around with the magnets. So originally I attempted to use these metal magnets, and one of them broke, weirdly enough, but they didn't really work, so we thought maybe the ceramic magnets are going to be better. They ended up not helping at all, so we switched back, and those metal small ones, we ended up stacking 4 on here, and that seemed like the perfect ratio, but it all depends on the height of the coil, because if it's too close to the magnet, it'll pull it down too much in order to not spin. The next thing that I messed with was our batteries. So we originally followed the video with the AA battery, but thought that since it wasn't working that I needed something stronger, so we switched to 9 volts. Then it turns out that it's just the wire was too thin. So once I switched over and got our new final attempt at the whole block of wood, the 20 gauge wire, the 5 coil, the AA battery actually ended up being the right amount of power. You can also switch sides for the positive and the negative end, and that is going to switch the rotations of the coil. After countless modifications, it is pretty tricky to get it spinning for more than 30 seconds, but it seems that when you can push these wires closer together here, it keeps it a little bit more tight in the spinning, and it will go a little bit faster. And that is my final attempt at a simple electric motor.